It's your weekly blitz with Chris, keeping you in the game.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Coach Chris Cotton here from AutoFix-Auto Shop Coaching, where I work hard to support your auto repair shop success. As you get into today's episode, you may know someone in your network who can benefit from today's topic. So please take time to share personally or through your social network. If you have an idea for a show topic or just want to talk, then feel free to get with me, Chris, at AutoFixSOS.com. Let's get started with episode 79, Leadership Gold, chapter 10, Don't Send Your Ducks to Eagle School. The next chapter in our series, Leadership Gold, is Don't Send Your Ducks to Eagle School. This is a pretty big topic. I think a lot of times we put the wrong people in the wrong spots when we have them in our business. And some people are only capable of doing so much. I've said that time and time again. You have a service advisor, you're stuck at $25,000, $30,000 in sales a week. No matter what you do, they can't get past it. You bring another person in and boom, your shop's now doing $40,000 a week. It all depends on that person's capabilities and what they can do. And so that's what we're going to talk about this week is don't send your ducks to Eagle School. There's an article that Jim Rohn wrote that talked about why some don't soar. And I'm going to read that to you and then we'll continue on from there. The first rule of management is this: don't send your ducks to Eagle School. Why? Because it won't work. Good people are found, not changed. They can change themselves, but you can't change them. If you want good people, you have to find them. If you want motivated people, you have to find them, not motivate them. I picked up a magazine not long ago in New York that had a full-page ad in it for a hotel chain. The first line of the ad read, "We do not teach other people to be nice." So that's a catchy line that got his attention there. The second line said, "We hire nice people." And I thought, what a clever shortcut. Everybody's motivation is a mystery. Why are some people motivated and some people not motivated? Who knows? Why does one salesperson see his first prospect at 7 in the morning while the other one sees his first prospect at 11 in the morning? Again, nobody knows. Why would one start at 7 and the other at 11? Let's just call it mysteries of the mind. Jim Rohn goes on to say that he gives lectures to 1,000 people at a time. When one walks out and says, "I'm going to change my life," another walks out with a yawn and says, "Oh, I've heard all this stuff before." Why is that? I say the same thing. I teach classes for several different places, and you can tell who's engaged and who's not engaged in those classes. There are people that I've heard like, "Oh, this guy didn't teach me anything I didn't already know." I heard it before several times. And to continue on, the wealthy man says to 1,000 people, "I read this book and it started me on the road to wealth." Well, guess how many of the 1,000 people go out and get the book? Very few. Isn't that incredible? Why wouldn't everyone go get the book? Again, mysteries of the mind. To one person, you have to say, you better slow down. You can't work that many hours, do that many things, go, go, go. You're going to have a heart attack and die. And to another person, you have to say, when are you going to get off the couch? What is the difference? Why wouldn't everyone strive to be wealthy and happy? Again, chalk it up to mysteries of the mind and don't waste your time trying to turn ducks into eagles. Hire people who already have the motivation and drive to be eagles and then just let them soar. I think it's fascinating. I hear a lot from shop owners that talk about, "Oh, when I was a flat rate technician, I used to work 40 hours a week or 50 hours a week, and I used to flag 60 or 80 hours, and I just don't understand why my people won't do that. I can't understand why everybody doesn't work as hard as me." The good thing is that if everybody had the drive that you had as a shop owner and did the things you did, then everybody would have their own independent auto repair shop, right? Some people are ducks, some people are eagles. And I have to tell shop owners, this is the thing. This is what separates you from other people. And this is the same thing you see in your shop. So next, there's 3 reasons not to send your ducks to Eagle School. Number 1, if you send ducks to Eagle School, you'll frustrate the ducks. Let's face it, ducks are not supposed to be eagles, nor do they want to become eagles. Who they are is who they should be. Ducks have their strengths and should be appreciated for them. Excellent swimmers. They're capable of working together, an amazing display of teamwork, and travel long distances together. If you jumped up and asked an eagle to swim for hours or migrate thousands of miles, it's going to be in trouble because that's not what eagles do. Our job being in leadership roles is all about placing people in the right place so they can be successful. As a leader, you need to know and value your people for who they are and then let them work according to their strengths. There's absolutely nothing wrong with ducks. Just don't ask them to soar or hunt from a high altitude. That's not what they do. All people have strengths they can use to contribute. Successful leaders help their people discover theirs. As a leader, you should always challenge people to move out of their comfort zone, but never out of their strength zone. I'm going to read that back to you again. As a leader, you should always challenge people to move out of their comfort zone, but never, ever, never out of their strength zone. If people are moved out of their strength zone, they soon won't be in any kind of zone at all, comfort, strength, or effectiveness. And you've just failed, and you failed them. And sometimes you've made an adversary that you have to come back and fix that relationship later. Number 2, if you send ducks to eagle school, you'll frustrate the eagles. Birds of a feather flock together, right? That's what the old saying says. It's really true. Eagles don't want to hang around with ducks. They don't want to live in a barnyard or swim in a pond. Their potential makes them impatient with those who cannot soar. Same thing for ducks. Ducks don't want to hang out with eagles. People who are used to moving fast and flying high are easily frustrated by people who want to hold them back.
AutoLeap is a cloud-based all-in-one auto repair software that helps to keep complete track of your business, from scheduling appointments to managing technicians to generating invoices. Supercharge your growth with AutoLeap. Customers that fully adopt AutoLeap see the following benefits in their first year: 30% revenue growth, with top customers seeing over 100% growth, 75% decrease in no-shows, allowing you to service more customers, 3 times increase in positive Google reviews, leading to stronger online presence, 50% time saved on administrative tasks, driving increase in operational efficiency. Do it all with AutoLeap. Key features and functions include estimates, invoices, scheduling, Google reviews, inspections, communication, QuickBooks, reporting. Get in touch with AutoLeap to see how you can transform your auto repair shop. For a limited time, if you schedule a demo, sign up with AutoLeap and they will waive the $250 implementation fee.
Number 3, if you send ducks to eagle school, you'll frustrate yourself. Have you ever led people who never did rise up and fulfill your expectations? Again, that's a funny thing, right? Like your expectations. People's own expectations, a lot of times they sell themselves short due to self-esteem or anything else, but our expectations of people should match what they're capable of. And no matter how much you try to motivate those people or train them and provided them with resources or gave them opportunities, they just didn't perform according to your expectations. That's happened to me many times. It happens to me in coaching. And that's one of the reasons why I tell my clients straight up, I see all the potential in the world for your business, but if your shop's capable of doing $3 million a year and you only want to do $1 million, and that's the way you've got it set in your heart, well, I can only push you to $1 million. I can't push you to 3 if you don't want it. So that's why we try to really, really set those expectations up early on and then go from there. Again, maybe those people weren't the problem. Maybe you were. Here's a Mother Goose rhyme. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to visit the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? And the pussycat goes on to say, I frightened a little mouse under the chair. So in your mind, you might be asking, why did the cat start chasing a mouse in London when he was there to see the Queen? A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Because he was a cat. That's what cats do. Cats chase mice. They don't go to see queens. They may have wanted to go see the Queen, but in the end, they just chased the mice. Like, what else would you expect that cat to do? Cats do what cats do. Ducks do what ducks do. And eagles do what eagles do. If you take a duck and ask it to do an eagle's job, shame on you. As a leader, your job's to help your ducks to become better ducks and your eagles better eagles. Your job's also to put individuals in the right places and help them reach their potential. Over the years, I've made the mistake of trying to turn ducks into eagles myself. All I did was frustrate them and myself. You should never, ever, ever ask someone to grow in areas where they have no natural talent. And let's talk about natural talent, because our ability to grow and change is very different depending on whether or not we can make choices. And if we explain that a little bit further, in areas where we have choices, our growth potential is unlimited. Attitude is a choice. Character is a choice. Responsibility is a choice. So, for example, if I have a terrible attitude, a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10, I can improve it all the way up to 10 by making right choices. I can choose to have a great attitude. In contrast, natural ability is not a choice. It's a gift. You have whatever you have. The only real choice you have is whether or not you'll try to develop it. And if you do, the growth in that area will not be as dramatic. After training and mentoring people for almost 30 years now, I found that people can improve only about 2 points out of 10 in any given talent. Therefore, if a person is born a 3 in a given area, he may be able to become a 5, but he'll never go from a 3 to a 10. So if you have someone who's a great swimmer and loves to fly in V formation, send him to the duck school. No matter how motivated or intelligent they are, they'll never become an eagle. And, you cannot put something in somebody that's been left out when they were born. A great example, my daughter Piper, I love her very much. She'll never listen to this because she's never listened to any of my podcasts. She tried several different sports growing up. And I think because her mom and I are athletic, she wanted to be athletic. She tried dance, she tried soccer, she tried basketball. And bless her heart, she never scored a point in anything that she had. She just never had the talent and the internal drive to move that further. But I will tell you, she's the first person you'd want on your team from a team building aspect, because every time somebody else scored or somebody else did a goal, she's the first person running down, clapping, saying, great job, everything else. She found out her natural talent was in band and musical instruments and things like that. So in that area, she's the exact opposite. She was born with some talents and not with some others. And you just have to find the talent. You have to put the person in the right place on the bus. The next thing is, as a leader, you have to know what you're looking for. As a leader, it's your responsibility to know who you're looking at, what you're looking for. You need to know what qualities and characteristics are present in leaders. And so I want to say that real quick too. When I'm working with a shop owner and we're trying to write an ad for a technician or whoever, or what we're trying to do, service advisor, one of the things I tell them is to write down, don't focus on writing the ad, write down the 8 to 10 qualities you're looking for in this position, and then we'll fill in the blanks after the fact. If you're looking for leaders, study other successful leaders around you, interview people you admire, ask them about their development process. Find out what they were like when they were just getting started. Write those qualities down. The more you know about leadership, the easier it will be to recognize a leader when you see one. It's very important for a leader to get the right people in the organization and put them in the right positions. There are a few things that a leader does that are more important than this. Like, this is your main responsibility. If you need eagles in your organization, make it your mission to search for people who possess some of the qualities you've seen in other eagles. Look high and low for those people. If you can't find any potential eagles within your organization, search for them outside of it. In other words, if you need a great eagle, go find a potential eagle. Only then do you have the possibility of developing that person into a great eagle. Don't get a duck for an eagle position. No matter how much you train that person, all you're going to receive is a quack. So here's the application exercises for don't send your ducks to eagle school. Number 1, who have you put in the wrong place? I want you to sit and think about this. If you're the leader of an organization, a department, or team, then it's your responsibility to make sure people are working according to their strengths. Have you been trying to turn ducks into eagles, frustrating everyone in the process? Set aside time to take stock of the natural talents of your people. Talk to them also about their passions, hopes, and dreams. You can't lead people well if you don't know who they are. Again, that's one of the reasons I think I didn't write it down. I should have. I'm sorry. If you go back and look at some of our earlier episodes, I think it's episode 17, where we talk about eating the elephant or the notebook technique. That's what we're doing in that technique, is we're going back and we're spending time every week talking to our people, learning about them, trying to build that bond in that relationship. So number 2 in our application exercises, do you need to free some eagles to soar and ducks to swim? If you've held down any eagles in your organization in the past or tried to turn ducks into eagles, you're going to need to do 2 things. First, reposition them so that they work according to their strengths. And second, you'll need to regain their trust. Remember earlier I said at that step that it's quite possible that you're going to upset some of these people and have to come back and eat a little crow. Not to follow on the birds, but there you go. You have to acknowledge their natural talents and help them develop their strengths and show them how they can contribute to the organization. Do you know what potential leaders look like? I've yet to find an organization that has had all the good leaders it needed. For that reason, good leaders are always on the lookout for potential leaders. If you've done your research on leadership characteristics, absolutely use what you found to create a description of what you're looking for. If you haven't, the following is some characteristics of good leaders and potential leaders. First one's adaptability, quickly adjusts to change. Discernment, understands the real issues. Perspective, sees beyond their own vantage point. Communication, links to all levels of the organization. Security, does not find identity in position. Servanthood does whatever it takes. Resourcefulness finds creative ways to make things happen. Maturity puts the team before self. Endurance remains consistent in character and competence over the long haul. Accountability can be counted on when it counts. If you see people who display most of these characteristics, you're probably looking at people with great leadership potential. One of the most difficult transitions for any leader is going from leader of followers to leader of leaders. That wraps up that. Here's the mentoring moment for this chapter. Assist the people you're mentoring in making this transition by helping them to spot, recruit, and develop potential leaders. Ask them to talk through the potential of each person they lead using the above list of characteristics. Then encourage them to start investing in those with the most potential. This has been a really good chapter. I hope I got across what I wanted you to feel and think about in here. Again, it's making sure that you're asking your ducks to do duck things and you're asking your eagles to do eagle things. And then if you need more eagles, less ducks, then you balance the scale and do that in your business. Okay? I hope you've had a great morning so far. This has been Coach Chris Cotton from AutoFix-Auto Shop Coaching. If you find yourself struggling in your auto repair business or have a feeling like you don't know what you don't know, but you're eager to learn and grow your business, then please feel free to reach out to me, Chris@AutoFixSOS.com, or give me a call, 940-400-1008. I'm challenging you every day. I'm trying to make you better. Time to rise and grind, everyone. Have a great day.
You've been listening to the Weekly Blitz with Coach Chris Cotton on the AftermarketRadioNetwork.com. Follow Chris on your favorite podcast listening app. Let him know what you'd like him to cover. His email is in the show notes. Chris is all for advancing the aftermarket.